Hey, howdy everybody. Welcome back to the streaming sofa. Good evening. Happy Tuesday night to you all. And welcome to the last black and white night of Mega May. Indeed, this is the final original Game Boy game happening this evening. We're clearing it out. We're clearing house. We are jumping generations or half generations, quarter generations. I don't know. What do you consider the Game Boy Color? You know, is the Game Boy Color the next generation up from the Game Boy? I suppose in some ways it kind of was, in that color was a huge step up. Truly, color was a massive step up from the original Game Boy. But beyond that, I don't know if there was a whole hell of a lot going on for the old GBC, as it is initialized. Did the Game Boy Color even have a backlight? It may have. I'm looking it up. Compared with the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Color features a color TFT screen instead of monochrome. What is a TFT screen? Thin film transistor liquid crystal display, TFT LCD. I guess it has better contrast than like the old monochrome screen from the Game Boy. A CPU running up to twice the speed and 4 times as much memory. You know what? I didn't actually realize that about the Game Boy Color. I didn't realize that it had like significant like hardware upgrades to go with it. Handheld is slightly thicker, taller, and a smaller screen than its immediate predecessor. The immediate predecessor of the Game Boy Pocket. But it is significantly smaller than the original Game Boy. Yeah, the original Game Boy is an absolute fucking brick. Like if you have ever seen a real game, you know what? Hang on, I know where my Game Boy is. Give me 1 second. I might as well. We've been looking at Game Boy games all month. I might as well actually, send it out by actually looking at one physically. 1 sec. There she is. Honestly, I will say, holding this now, it doesn't feel as crazy as it did back in the day. I think when you compare it, especially to the likes of like, the Switch or Switch 2, or even the Steam Deck, like the Steam Deck, you get like a workout holding the Steam Deck. Like, I love my Steam Deck. I use it almost daily. However, it is a hefty boy. This honestly doesn't feel so crazy anymore. I'm kind of surprised. I was expecting to go grab this, be kind of like, oh man, but it's really not that. It's really not that crazy. It does, unfortunately. I don't know what happened to my battery plate. I would have assumed it would have been right next to it, so I must have. It must have snapped or got lost or something at some point back in the day. But yeah, I got this at, I don't even remember the name of the shop. It certainly doesn't exist anymore. That's for damn sure. It was a retro gaming shop. This is pre-GameStop, not by much. Because we had EB Games for a little bit. This is here at least in Vegas. We had EB Games for a while, maybe 2 or 3 years, and then EB Games became GameStop, and then GameStop continues to be whatever weird shell of a thing it is now. You may know GameStop from most recently the failed buyers of eBay. I don't fucking know, man. Everything's so fucking weird anymore. However, this was like a much smaller shop, just kind of like a random retro shop that have become like more and more prevalent now. You know, I feel like you can go to like any city, pretty much like any city anywhere in the US, and you're gonna find a retro shop somewhere in there, right? With all their jacked up prices and bullshit. That was not the case with this, because I got this would have been, I want to say early 2000s. I honestly don't remember. Like, I cannot recall how old I was, but I must have been in high school. I certainly didn't get this after high school. I don't think I did. No, I wouldn't have gotten a Game Boy while I was in college. No. So I must have been like in high school or maybe like middle of junior high or so. But I remember getting this for kind of a steal. I don't remember how much I paid for it. I just remember the kind of thing where it's just like, okay, like one more birthday and I'll have enough. Like one of those types of situations. And for the longest time, I only owned Wario Land 1 and Mario Land 2 6 golden coins. And those are the only two Game Boy games I had until literally like after high, at the point where I was like in college and was getting paychecks. And at that point, then I was actually like buying Game Boy games. But for the longest time, I really just wanted one, because I definitely played. There was a kid in middle school. He used to bring his Game Boy all the time to school. And I'm not proud of this, but I would be the one who would play it. Like he brought it specifically so that he would have something to play like during like after school daycare. And I would play it the entire time. I remember playing the only game that I specifically there were two. There was is it Daedalian Opus? I think that's the correct name of it. Which is like it's like a puzzle. It's like a block placing puzzle game. And then fucking Star Wars, which is the same Star Wars game that is on like 5 other consoles. It's a Game Boy port of the Star Wars game from the NES. Bad game. Ooh, bad game. And unfortunately, because of said middle school experiences, it's on the fucking backlog. And of course, I would end up putting the Game Boy version of an already awful game on the fucking backlog, because that's what my life is. I am curious, though. This wasn't planned. I didn't plan this as part of the stream. I do have a bunch of AA batteries lying around. Give me 1 sec. Let's, I bet this guy still works. I hope he still works. Oh, what a sad thing this would be if I were to put some batteries in this and load up a game and it didn't fucking work. One moment. If nothing else, this is just to prove that I do, in fact, like, own physical media and do have, like, a proper, like, collection of, like, a lot of old school shit. All of my consoles, all of my retro consoles, exist in this house. And unfortunately, I just don't have anywhere. It's very much one of those like primary goal when moving into a new home is I want to have a dedicated room that it is like my own like personal arcade. And with that, have all of these classic systems hooked up. At which point I will enter into a new era of my collector bullshit, because what I don't do right now is I don't really collect a lot of physical media for retro consoles anymore. So I actually own very few like NES games and Genesis games. I have a handful of N64 games. The consoles that I definitely have the most games for is the PlayStation line. So PS1, PS2, PS3. I have several hundred games for those easily. So, yeah, I went fucking hog wild on those three consoles in particular. But the much older stuff, the retro stuff, I have not really done a whole lot of retro collecting on, and primarily because of two reasons. One, emulation has made it a whole lot easier to just kind of play whatever I feel like, whenever I feel like, right? You know, it's a little hard to justify dropping a lot of cash on something when I know that the vast majority of the time that I'm playing games, it's going to be on my PC. The other part of it is I don't have the means currently to have all these systems hooked up. If I did have them actually like plugged in and hooked up and I had like a video switcher and all that jazz going on, you know, like I want to get like a proper like CRT for them and everything so I can play like Zapper games and stuff like that. At that point, yes, then it becomes way easier to justify actually having a more physical collection and being able to play those games in their natural habitat, as it were. So believe me, like once I finally do buy a house, which is the thing that of course everybody just has the ability to do these days. Once that happens, absolutely, like literally like get my bed in place, get my computer and the streaming stuff set up, and then nothing else in the house matters. like literally nothing else in the house matters. I don't fucking care. I would be dedicating the rest of my time to setting up like this arcade room, which I suppose could become like a streaming space if I wanted it to. That would be one hell of a backdrop for sure. As much as I like the setup that I have here, like with like my shelves and all of my plushies and gifts from friends and stuff like that from over the years and everything, it would be pretty cool to have like fucking arcade cabinets and like a TV back here with like an NES and Super Nintendo and everything hooked up to it, and you know my GameCubes. Because I to just like run you through the list. I guess take notes if you're planning on stealing from me. I have an NES, a Genesis, a Super Nintendo, an N64, a PS2, PS3, original Xbox, Xbox 360, an Atari 7800. I've said before, crazy enough as it is, I do not actually own a PS1, despite it being my favorite console. Reason being is that the PS1 left with my brother because I had the PS3, and the PS3 is backwards compatible with the PS1, so that seemed less important at the time. I guess it would be cool to have one now for posterity, but if I'm being honest, like the PS3's backwards compatibility on PS1 games is totally fine. Like I think that that's a totally reasonable way to experience that library, and it saves me having to plug in one more thing. And also I don't have to fuck around with memory cards. And then I have a handful of handhelds as well. So I got the original Game Boy, I have an SP, I have a Game Gear, I got a couple of Tire Electronics bullshit. Those are purchased honestly within the last few years, as a matter of fact, strictly as nostalgia pulls more than anything. Speaking of nostalgia pulls, this is the original copy that I have had since, I don't know, 7th or 8th grade. That's the thing, is like the vast majority of my games are games that I've had since, this is going to sound stupid, they're games that I've had since I got them. Which, of course, that's how owning things works. What I mean by that is that I have not done a bunch of like recent, oh, let me grab this game, oh, let me grab that game, and just have it kind of a thing. Like 99% of my library is stuff that I have had since I was a child. You know, like they're the same exact physical versions of those games. And we're gonna find out right now if this guy works. Turn the music down here for a second. Let's see. I'm gonna crank the volume on this so that mom and dad accidentally hear when I'm trying to actually be quiet at night. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's the contrast. Yeah, there's a contrast slider on this, which I don't remember if that was on the original, because this is an original Game Boy, but this is like the black version, which I may have been like a version 2 issue. I don't know if it was just a color treatment, but I don't recall if the contrast slider was a thing that was on the original. Hell yeah. It still works. It still works, and baby, I gotta tell you, the screen on this, how in the fuck did anyone ever play this thing? I'm gonna hold this up to the camera. Okay, so that reads on the camera way better than it does in person. Right now, the camera has the benefit of like some like extra like contrast settings and like the ring lights up here and everything else like that. So you're seeing a pretty clear picture there, but the second I turn this around, I can't fucking see it. And you can tell with the contrast slider, kind of like the range available to you. This is like a good justification for why I don't do like, you know, like original hardware streams, because figuring this shit out would be such a pain in the ass. Shout out to like all the retro streamers who do original hardware streaming. Y'all have figured out some magic stuff. It's not even magic. It's very it's very just like, it's a lot of fucking wires is what it is. It's a lot of wires and a lot of converters. I do know what goes into it. I have done that stuff before, like much earlier in my past. Because honestly, it's not that much different from like, basically just think about a time when you didn't have HDMI cables and what then goes into capturing video from something like that. I've told the story before. Excuse me. I've told the story before about how I used to record footage of my PS1 onto my parents' Hi8 camcorder. Because that's the kid I was. My save files are even still present there. You can see there that flashing one means full completion. So that's all exits, and in the first Wario Land game, you are graded by how many treasures you've collected, because there's one treasure in every level, or nearly every level. And I've played this game a lot. I played the first Wario Land game fucking a lot. And I truly cannot get over like how impossible this is to see. again, it looks so much better on camera than it does in person. Like I could try. So this is so this is dot matrix, right? So it's not even like an LCD screen. Like it's basically like redrawing the entire screen like every moment kind of a thing. And great, died immediately. That's how you know it's me playing. As terrible as it is to look at, I'm really glad that it actually does still work. that is very heartening. You know, I have seen in person the Game Boy that was recovered from it's like a fucking like submarine explosion or something. There was some. There was a Game Boy that was recovered from like some war zone. It was either from a place that either got bombed or it was like an industrial accident and there was an explosion or something. But if you've seen it, the physical body of the Game Boy itself is like melted and charred, and really in rough shape. But it fucking works. Like it still works. Well, I mean, as of God, when did I saw that thing? I don't know, maybe like 15 years ago or so. And it was still running. It had a copy of Tetris in it. Obviously you can't physically play the thing. You know, they keep it under, you know, they keep it in a case. But say what you will about Nintendo, like their shit's built to last, man. Like there's something about some of these like old school electronics that kind of blows me away that they still work, that they still they're still very reliable. My Game Boy SP like holds a charge for years at a time. You know, you can't play it for years straight. Obviously, you'll drain the battery that way. But if you like just put it away, you know, with some battery life left, it just stays. Like it's wild. Like just how well made some of these things were. Just from a reliability standpoint. You know, compare that to, well, I'm always of a mixed mind on this stuff because in the defense of, you know, like gaming companies and developers now, things are significantly more complicated than they were. Obviously, there's a lot more moving parts in a PS5 than there are in a Game Boy. Literally. I'm pretty sure a Game Boy has no moving parts at all. But boy, things sure do fail. Things fail a lot. And to see some of this like old stuff is like still like so reliable. Like at the end of the day, like that ends up being like a better argument like for physical media and things like that. Is like, it's a cliche. It's a cliche and it's kind of a tired argument, but it's at a certain point, it is hard to combat the phrase, I put the game in and it works. Obviously, video games are a very different thing now, and the amount of time and effort that goes into them is a very different thing now. But the retro stuff is always going to fucking work. It's always going to keep working. It's always going to be available, and it's always going to be ready to go out of the gate. So yeah, you know, go check your closet for your old shit. See if it still works. Especially if you have a PSP. If you have a PSP, go check your PSP right now. Make sure that the battery hasn't exploded out of it. which oh yeah, I left that off of my list too. I have 2 different PSPs. I have and I also have a Nintendo DS and a 3DS. Yeah, I got a lot of fucking video games, man. And it's so crazy, like how just having everything available, like at my fingertips, like through emulation is like so crazy convenient. And I'm not knocking anybody who does it, because that'd be a huge knock against myself as well. But there is something about like actually like holding, like actually like going back to some of these original consoles, and experiencing them. Because in some ways it's just kind of like, oh yeah, this is what this was like. And then in other ways it's like, oh yeah, this is what it was like. Case in point, can't see the fucking screen on this thing, you know? Like, I'm glad to have it. I will always love this thing. And I will always love a few of the games that are on it. But at the same time, it's a lot better playing them on PC. It really is. Hey, Raven. Got old CD-ROMs I need to try and install. Yeah, that's a whole other like world of complication, because thank God for DOSBox. It's really amazing and it's really versatile. And it's a real bummer when the thing you're playing does not work in it. I don't know what it is. I have some kind of mental block. Jesus Christ. Hi, Viria. That scared the shit out of me. I have some kind of block where I can't wrap my head around the whole like virtual machine thing of like making like a self-contained executable of like Windows like 95 or Windows 3.1 or whatever. I have tried on multiple occasions to get one of those things going, and something just doesn't connect. I've even gotten one like running, and it was like, cool. Now how the fuck do I point this emulated environment to my real world PC and get it to read like an ISO image? And it's just kind of, it's too many layers removed. I really need like a virtual machine, like old Windows virtual machine, like for dummies type of thing. And the problem is that when you go to look up that stuff, I feel like a lot of those tutorials and information that's out there is written for people for whom they were present at the time that this information was relevant. Right. So it's people who kind of already know how to navigate these things, and you start getting into like command prompts and stuff like in terminal windows. And I'm just kind of like, I'm getting lost. It's very intimidating. And I wish it wasn't. And I wish that I could figure it out better. Because there's definitely a whole, not even one, several generations worth of like games and software and stuff that I would love to be able to like visit or revisit. And to get them to work reliably, like you need to do a lot of lifting. You need to do a lot of setup for that stuff. You know, this is like, I think like almost like 2 years ago now, like Valeno and I had talked about, you know, like those like 1,001 like 1,000 Windows games CDs that you could get at like a Fry's Electronics or a CompUSA or whatever. And I actually found one that had just been put up onto archive, and I downloaded that image and was poking around in it. And the first thing that happened was Windows Defender flagged like 300 of the files as like viruses and Trojans, which they're obviously not, right? But those files are so ancient that of course they're going to get flagged as like illegitimate, you know, threats to your system's integrity. It's so it's just kind of like, well, shit. All right, well, you know, okay, just leave it as the archived file or whatever. Now, how the hell do I get this thing to run? And I still want to. It's still sitting on my PC somewhere, and I do still want to do that. I still want to check that out. And I just know that if I can figure out just one of these things, if I can just figure out just one of these disks, getting one of these ancient Windows games to work, that's not a DOSBox thing. If I can get one of them to work, I can get all of them to work. I just need the thing in my brain to like click over, to like start understanding it. And unfortunately, I've used that most recently while playing through Armored Core 6, where it has finally started to click how that game fucking works, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So sorry, old Windows games. You got another 6 months or so before my brain is ready to accept new information. But on the topic of new information, we have a new game to check out tonight. New for me. And I will say I am optimistic, cautiously always when it comes to Mega Man, but optimistic overall because Mega Man 4 on the Game Boy was a delight. It was excellent, truly phenomenal. I know people have some mixed feelings about the whole like recoil shot on the Charge Buster. It cost me exactly one life, and it wasn't even really the result of it. It was more me trying to like overcorrect for it, and not needing to. Otherwise, it was terrific. Like, blows the first 3 games out of the water, especially 3. 3, let's not even bother talking about 3 anymore. I've said what I need to say about it. 4 added like so much polish and care and craft. Like, not only did it feel the best to play, but it looked the best. They added like full-blown cutscenes and story beats to it. Even like the boss selection screen has like this rotating thing with like a preview of the level theme and stuff. Really incredible. All the way up until the final moments. I had an absolute blast with that game. And the consensus is that Mega Man 5 is even better. That is what I'm reading. That is what I'm reading and seeing online as I'm going through and kind of like, all right, what can I kind of get to expect here? You know, what are we going to kind of like walk into here? People really fucking like this game. They really, really like Mega Man 5. And they really, really hate Mega Man 3. So I feel like I am in trustworthy company. You know, it's always difficult when you're using the internet to judge any opinion about anything. But I will say that after 4 being so amazing and having so much fun with it, I cannot imagine that they would follow that up immediately with a bummer. That's never happened in Mega Man franchise history ever, right? So let's get into it and find out what we need to know by hopping into the manual for the last Game Boy game of Mega May. And I think that I do mean that literally. I think there are literally no more original Game Boy. There's no more original Game Boy games that we're ever gonna see in a Mega May again. There's no spin-offs, there's no offshoots, no other like ports that I'm forgetting or whatever. Like we've seen it all. We've seen it all. Like at this point, the only way that we would ever go back to one of these is like if there was, I don't know if they had like Japanese versions of these games and if they are in any way meaningfully different, and I very much doubt that they are. Another decent scan here, a manual in pretty decent physical condition here. Our boy Joe is here to give us one final special message from Capcom. Thank you for selecting Mega Man 5 for your Game Boy and Super Game Boy system. So the Super Game Boy now exists. If you don't know what that is, it was an attachment that it was basically a cartridge with a slot in it. If you're a Genesis kid, think of it kind of like the equivalent of like the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge, where you could put a cart in and then a cart on top of that. In this case, it was a cartridge you put in the Super Nintendo, and then you'd put a physical Game Boy game in that cart. And then you could play Game Boy games on your Super Nintendo. Pretty cool stuff. Following such hits as the original Mega Man 5 continues Capcom's tradition of action-packed games. Mega Man 5 offers 4 megabits of fine graphics and gameplay for the Game Boy and Super Game Boy. We hope you enjoy this latest addition to the continuing Mega Man saga. So a slightly different copy here from the other ones. Finally broke out of the copy-paste mold that they were in before. Super Game Boy users, read this! Do not skip! Do not redeem! Correctly insert the Game Boy game pack into the Super Game Boy. That's the first step, and if you guys can't fucking figure that out, god damn it. I never got to see a Super Game Boy in the wild. What is neat about the Super Game Boy is, I'm guessing what must have been like on the actual like physical like hardware chip on that thing, it had a bunch of like themed frames for it. So basically you would have, because the original Game Boy and the Super Nintendo obviously would have different aspect ratios. So in order for a Game Boy game to properly display on a Super Nintendo, it would set it inside of a frame, so you'd have borders on either side of it. And I believe that there were a handful of games that actually had like game specific borders to them. You could also do like a bunch of like generic ones, like, you know, there's like stripe patterns and stuff like that. But I believe that there were a handful of games that actually had like unique borders for those games specifically. It was probably, I must have been exclusively like the first party stuff. Like I imagine like the Marios and maybe Kirby or something. We got passwords. We got all that stuff. We know what's going up here. We got jumps. We got slides, climbing ladders, fire your weapon, charge the mega arm, weapon screens, back to the first set of bosses. The same stuff that we've seen before. They came from outer space. From the cosmic reaches of outer space comes mankind's greatest threat. An alien armada has targeted Earth and they plan to annihilate the human race. We are immediately starting in Crazy Town for a Mega Man game. Like, Wily is not in the picture. I'm sure he will be, but as it stands right now, who knows what's happening? Totally impervious to all known weapons, the superpowers are helpless in the face of these alien invaders. The fate of the world once again lies in the hands of one man, Mega Man. Encased in fiendish fortresses, there's the alliteration. Each of these outlandish aliens have a battery of weird new weapons that will quickly have Mega Man seeing stars. But Mega Man has a new trick up his sleeve. Armed with the miraculous new Mega Arm, none of the alien androids are out of his reach. Blasting his way through every treacherous trap, Mega Man must find the lair of each of these alien androids. Once he blasts his way in, Mega Man must let loose with his entire arsenal of weapons to see what does the most damage. Once he finds the right one, he needs to keep on blasting until the robot is nothing but a pile of molten metal. All right, so couldn't quite figure out what to do for the last two sentences other than just repeat them from the previous two manuals. But I'll give it to him. We're dealing with aliens. Things are weird right now. As you blast each of the star droids into deep space, thank you, you will gain their special weapon and add it to Mega Man's arsenal. And view the various weapons. Yeah, we know how this works. Rush Coil and Rush Jet are back in it, baby. But we have a new friend is being added to the mix here. Beat the Bird has been told to kick bricks or kick rocks. I combined hit the bricks and kick rocks. Kick bricks, Beat. Poor Dr. Light. He may be the world's most brilliant scientist, but he is an absent-minded fellow. While working on Tango, his new robotic attack cat, Dr. Light misplaced two of Russia's adapters. Now Mega Man and Tango must destroy the alien robots to get them back. Yeah, so we got Tango the cat is in this game. It's like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. We're just adding more and more characters every time. Press the B button to call your canine companion and Rush will leap to your side. Or if you need to call Tango, press and hold the B button to charge him up, then release the B button to unleash Tango's furious furball. We got pellets, capsules, mini tanks. They did bring back, so we have the shop again. So we'll be collecting P chips to upgrade our stuff again. Here's some helpful advice. I bet you're never gonna fucking believe it. It's a lot of the same shit that we've heard before. Each Robot Master is vulnerable to a certain type of weapon. If a Robot Master seems too hard to defeat using the Mega Arm, you may need to acquire a special weapon to defeat him. If you have enough P-chips, Dr. Light can make a cool enhancement for your Mega Arm that allows you to grab and hit enemies over and over. Once attached, fully charge the Mega Arm as before, but when the arm shoots and hits the robot, press the B button repeatedly. This technique is very useful against Robot Masters. Interesting. So we have like full on like new like primary mechanic in this game. Secret alien gems are rumored to be in outer space. See if you can find them for use in the ultimate weapon. So this is okay. So hang on. Okay, this game came out in 1994. When did original Mega Man X come out? 93. Interesting. The reason I'm looking that up is I am curious because so this is now 2 games in a row here where they're kind of adding some stuff that would be in the later games to this, right? So like this ultimate weapon thing feels very like X armor coded, right? So it's kind of interesting to see kind of like how these timelines kind of converge with one another. Look for secret passages that lead to friends like Proto Man who will give you power-up items. Proto Man making an appearance fucking finally. After you beat Mercury, use the Grab Buster to help recharge your main energy level. I don't know who Mercury is, but I guess we're going to find out. We got passwords. This is fucking crazy. We got a color screenshot here. I'm assuming, oh, they're all in color. Oh, of course. Yeah, they're screenshots from the Super Game Boy. So there you go. So there's your themed frame. The Mega Man games did get a themed frame. Yeah, that's the actual game. And yeah, so they would have like, there was like color palette information, you know, available. And I don't, obviously, we saw on I think, was that the first Mega May that we did this month, where I ran through like 300 fucking palettes that are available on RetroArch. I think you could swap color palettes on the Super Game Boy. Maybe. I don't, again, I never got to play one in person, so I actually don't know, but it feels like that's the thing that you had the ability to do. We have abandoned the Robot Masters from 4, 5, and 6. This is the thing that I was kind of the most interested about with Mega Man 5, is that the other 4 Game Boy games have been amalgamations of 2 of the NES games that precede them. So 1 was 1 and 2, 2 was 2 and 3, 3 was 3 and 4, 4 was 4 and 5. Now we're here at 5, and it's none of them. We're not revisiting 5. We're not pulling anything from 6. All new shit. So we're just fighting the Roman gods. The Roman ones were the planets, right? And then room for passwords and warranty. That's it. That's all there is to it. Pretty cut and dry, pretty straightforward. I am very intrigued to see what sound like some meaningful changes and mechanic additions to this game are going to be like. I have not touched this game ever. So this will be a brand new experience for myself and maybe for you all. So let's waste no more time. As I try to pause the music appropriately in the background. And let's fire up Mega Man 5 on the original Game Boy. No achievements, no nothing. Truly a blank slate we're starting from here. In the year 20XX AD, the world is at peace thanks to Mega Man. No Space Mega Man this time. Dr. Wily's fourth attempt at world domination has failed, and his name has once again faded from the minds of the citizens of the world. Of Robonia, a few months later. Uh-oh. It's like the opening to The Thing. Oh, a rare Mega Man in human boy form. Oh, god damn it. We've been attacked by anime. So, you are the famous Mega Man. I am Terra, and you will soon be terrified of me? Oh no, my slave! No, what I said was better. Get back, roll! Oh god damn, it's like some Super Sentai shit. He's just like... Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, the Mega Buster doesn't work on Terra! He's too Dragon Ball for us. What? My Mega Buster has no effect on him. A few hours later, they get to work quick. The world was attacked by warrior robots from space. Where am I? Dr. Light found Mega Man and equipped him with the new Mega Arm. The most powerful weapon ever devised. There's always a new most powerful weapon. I love it. Anything to justify more story. Why have the Star Droids come here? It's literally just a fist. Oh, it's gonna take hours to wipe the smile off the faces of these guys. All right, here we are. Time to fire up the old Mega Fister and get to work here. Mega Man, our world is once again in chaos. The alien robots call themselves Star Droids and have conquered most of our major cities. They are constructed of alien material which render our weapons useless. But I have done some analysis and constructed your new weapon for you. It will replace your Super Mega Buster with the Super Duper Mega Buster. It is called the Mega Arm, and it allows you to charge energy in your fist before you fire it. Please do not surprise anyone with it. Get consent always before using your fist on anyone. I have also created a new assistant for you. His name is Tango. Well, what an adorable little kitty cat. I'll enhance this item replicator to make powerful items for you. Collect as many P-chips as possible and return to my lab to exchange them for power-up items. Good luck, Mega Man. All right. Ooh. Okay. So a slightly different approach to the boss order or the boss menu here. Kind of neat. So this is closer to like Mega Man 8 even, and how they set it up. All right, the suggested beginning boss is Mercury, and I don't know which one of these is that. Mercury looks like that guy. I'm guessing. Oh, we're getting like full like portrait art of these guys. All right, great. All right. Right away feels very familiar. Right away taking damage from the first enemy in the game. All is well in the world. Yeah, this boss is yeah. This robot's in Gatorade. Ooh, okay. All right, I can't help myself. Just like how 4 made some of the lag better that was introduced in 3, 5 has made some of the lag worse, which was exactly the same. Oh, there were so many P chips in there. Okay, well, great. I'm going to get another chance to get them. Exactly the same situation on the NES. Mega Man 3 on the NES had awful lag. And then 4 was much better, and then 5 immediately made it terrible again. Not as bad. I don't remember it being as bad as 3. I felt like 3 was the worst for that. I mean, the 3 was kind of the worst in a lot of ways. But it definitely was not as smooth as 4 was. Okay, just get all the way over, grab some stuff here. Oh, that's not... Okay. I didn't realize that wasn't a platform in the middle. It was actually 2 separated blocks. Oh, what the... I thought that was a pickup that I had never seen before, and it was like, no, that's a saw blade, you idiot. Well, that's a fun little teleportation animation they got on this guy. Okay. Sounds like the music, some of the music channels got like a bit of an upgrade from the previous game. They definitely suffered a little bit in 4, where the Mega Buster kind of ate up some of the audio. Yeah, so the Mega Buster is now like a punch attack, which is interesting. Still feels good. You know, as far as the Game Boy games go, like they're not as snappy as the NES games are. But honestly, like they've all felt like fine to play. Even 3. Though these last 2 games have done a much better job of, oh man, of kind of making like Mega Man's like center more obvious. Okay, I think if I just hammer on the slide button there, I can do that. Oh, man. Ah, shit. Son of a bitch. Another game where the checkpoint is before the long, annoying part of the level. So I guess the whole like conversion from Mega Buster to Mega Arm doesn't really have any meaningful effect until we get like the powered up version of it. Oh. All right. Well. Tur. All the passwords in this game are in Irish. Man, that slowdown. Let's see. Oh. Okay. We're keeping the P chips. I imagine that we would have, but you just never know from game to game. I'm hoping that we hold on to E-tanks as well. And this time I'll actually collect all these things in here. There we go. Right down the center. I do like this level theme. The little arpeggio synth, like all the way in the back, is doing a lot of heavy lifting on this. They are putting a lot of work in on the on the environment blocks here. Like look at how much detail is going on. Which again, I said this last stream as well, like I'm not really sure how I took damage there. Seeing the progression of like every game like looks a little bit better than the previous one has been really cool. Nah, just go. Just go. Just one level in, I'm already just kind of like, just start skipping shit. Just get to the end. No, fuck, god damn it. Spend an agonizing amount of time in that damage pose just waiting to get control back. I'm not sure if I'm really crazy about this whole like mega arm thing, because what's happening is I have to like wait for it to get all the way back to me before I can start shooting again. So in some ways it's actually making my fire rate like worse than usual. All right. We've been here before. Just hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Fuck! Damn it! Okay, so you can't just like button mash your way past that. You have to actually like feather your approach, I guess. I was not sure I was going to clear that jump. All right, I have to go for this E-Tank at least one more time here. There we go. There. Even if I die, we have to play this level again. Like having an E-Tank in the. Okay, Mega Man. I don't know why every one of these games is obsessed with having one of those. They have to have their fucking just blind jump into a pit or into a spike trap. Every last fucking one of them. It's at the point where I can't even like knock it as a negative from one game to the next, because apparently it's just part of Mega Man's fucking identity. I don't understand why. It's never fun. It's never fair. Oh, these all came back. Great. Okay, good. We do keep E-Tanks. I guess we could see what this guy does. Get him! All right. Turns into a little Sonic the Hedgehog spin dash. Psycho. I have no idea if Tabby's going to be useful at any other point in the game. All that's required is me remembering he exists. And given how these games usually go for me, I'm probably gonna fully forget about him. Yeah. All right. I'm guessing I That's probably what, 100, I'm assuming. Yeah. Oh, bad news, everybody. The E-tanks come back. Like I said, bad news. Bad news for you guys. Bad news for you guys, because you knew I was gonna fucking go for it. Okay. Let's try to actually finish a level tonight. What do you say? It would be kind of funny if just through raw numbers and just having to do this stage so many times, if I end up with enough chips for like a meaningful upgrade after a single level. Oh wow, Mega Man, you have enough chips to buy the boss killer. Boss Killer 5000. Just kills any boss in one hit. Good job. It costs 10,000 P chips. What have you been doing out there? Okay. Over. Hey! That looks like the end of a level, doesn't it? All right. What do these guys have to offer? Whoa. Okay, so he's kind of doing the yellow devil bullshit. But on I must say, on a much more manageable scale. I got to figure out where those things are actually dropping. All right. kind of nothing to it, huh? Yeah, it was very T1000, wasn't it? Speaking of, Grab Buster. Oh yeah, it was described as, I've already forgotten what the manual said about it. Matt Sazzola, by the way. Hi, Matt. How you doing, bud? Oh, Mega Man, did you bring back the P-chips? Select the item you want. Collect 4 of these and you will earn an E-tank. Oh, no. Okay. No, I don't want this. So the CL, I think, is actually another, like, full-on, like, weapon. MHS. Okay, that, I believe, is the weapon energy balancer. Extra life, that's the refill. E-tanks, weapon tanks. Okay. How much for this guy? This is a power-up item for the Mega Arm. Once installed, you can grab... Oh, this is the one that you can... Okay. Yeah. 100 chips. Guess what, baby? I was going to say, speaking of T1000, check your local theater times for the weekend of May 22nd, I believe, which is next week, next Friday, starting. Terminator 2 is going to be in theaters, and it's like a 70 millimeter like reprint. It's like a 70 millimeter like remaster of it, and you bet your ass I'm going to be seeing that. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. That movie changed me as a child. All right, next up on the list is Neptune, who looks an awful lot like, was it Needleman? Oh, I'm gonna get you. Okay. Bobbing up and down. We got living life on a submarine. Insane how much it holds up. It really does. There are a couple of like kind of like cheesy things about it, which is mostly just like just everything about Eddie Furlong. But by and large, it's so fucking good. Like it's so much fun. And it's just a damn good action movie. Like some of the sequences in it are still like, man. Like the whole like helicopter chase like on the highway is very much, how in the hell did they do this? And that shit's all practical. I mean, they're using cranes and I'm sure there's some miniature stuff and everything, but my point being, it's like that stuff is happening in camera one way or another. Story behind that was the pilot was a friend and did it without FAA permission. That totally tracks. That makes complete and total sense. Okay, there's environmental hazards in this one that we can actually trigger, I guess. Okay, so we just have like the arm upgrade already. So how do we... I guess I need to actually connect with an enemy to figure out how to use this thing. Maybe you can only use it on bosses. Oh, good. Water physics. My favorite part of any Mega Man game, the water jumping. Or it could be over as soon as it started. Did I just, like... I just pixel perfect jump out of that slide? Someone mark that. This is literally the only time I'm ever going to pull that off. Wasn't even trying to do that. Yeah, I thought that might happen. Well, let's at least get this extra life, I guess. No! Shit. Oh, it's such a long climb. Oh God. God, it's just like is it a Lekman stage in original Mega Man 1? Climbing up those ladders and there's the electric currents. And if you hit one of them, you lose like 3 screens of progress. It's a pain in the ass then, it's a pain in the ass now, Mega Man 5. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Oh God. This is stressing me out. I do like that they've been very consistent with the whole kind of like every level has like a gimmick Like they've held on to that across all these games. Okay, well, we're gonna die like pretty quickly here, but I'm not sure how to do the mega arm thing. I'm fully charged. It doesn't seem to work. Oh, he's making me bounce. He's making me bounce. Jump with it, jump with it, jump with it. All right, well, he's fucking dead. I killed him without taking any damage. The seal attachment allows the arm to latch onto enemies and hit them over and over. To use it, either hold B after firing or rapidly tap it. The arm won't always grab, and there are a few enemies it can't latch onto at all. Well, all right. I will try. I'll try like the hold technique, I guess. All right. Back to the lab. Did we get enough? Oh, 36. So we're not gonna have enough stuff to. Yeah. Never mind. Sorry, Doc. Didn't mean to get your hopes up. All right. Next is Venus, who is clearly Toadman with the with some doodlies on his head. Made some meaningful changes to this character design, that's for sure. Okay, look out. We got like mobster movie jazz going on. It's gonna be a shootout with some 1920s gangsters. Bunch of people leaning out the windows of Model Ts, shooting at each other on the streets of Chicago or New York. All right, giant enemy crabs. Oh, that's a big bubble. Uh-oh. This music sounds like it belongs like in a Dick Tracy game, not... If you are a fellow Game Grumps watcher, they just recently did a couple videos on Dick Tracy on the NES. And boy, am I sad to say that that game is on the fucking backlog. That game is on my goddamn backlog. I own a physical copy of that game. That is in my house at this exact moment, taunting me for 100 years. That game has taunted me. It's awful. It is truly, truly awful. I think we're gonna die. I think we're gonna die here. We'll just try to make as much progress as we can in the hopes that either we have hit or are about to hit the checkpoint. Oh, hey, health. Okay, all right. I'll take a life. Life is fine. Good. Use it right away. Never ever bank your lives. Just spend them as quickly and inefficiently as possible. Ow! I have got to figure out how this buster thing. Oh man, it doesn't travel the full length of the screen anymore. Okay, good to know that that doesn't actually do damage to me. It just forces me down. Oh, god damn it. Ugh. Okay, we got some funky... Okay, all right, so we're in the bouncy castle now. I like how they introduce like these like weird like little like jump mechanics and then abandon them immediately. Listen, I'd love to give you more bouncy house, but here you go. There. I hope you're happy. Because this feels bad. Shit! Oh, man, there's always one of these. Why is there always... always one of these levels with a dog shit checkpoint, man. Oh, it's so far back. God damn. Okay, I'm actually just gonna like leave this guy alone rather than split him up into 6 discrete enemies. I'm digging this track. It does not sound like Mega Man music. Like I don't know what game it does sound like. It feels very un-Mega Man-ish to me for some reason. I do beg your pardon? How am I meant to get past that? Okay. I'm a little concerned. It does have some Arrow the Acrobat kind of sound about it, doesn't it? I'm probably due to play the sequel to that game before too long. I played the first Arrow the Acrobat on stream. I think that was during my first year of streaming. And whew, baby, that game is not a good time. Literally does not get fun until the final boss. The final boss is the only thing. Randomize it with Dick Tracy. I would play Arrow the Acrobat 100 times before I would play Dick Tracy. Like, Arrow the Acrobat, like, ultimately, like, you can get through it relatively painlessly. Like, they kind of do that thing where they balance out the gameplay, or they balance out the difficulty by just giving you just a billion lives. There's a lot of bullshit in that game. Like, a lot of bullshit in that game. But you can kind of cheese your way through it by just earning lives constantly. Like, they just flood levels with extra life pickups. But, man, there are a lot of bummer moments in that game, for sure. Son of a bitch. All right. Well, let's. Clearly, they're gonna be pretty generous. Oh, you know what? I'm doing the classic Mega Man thing. I'm getting stuck in Buster mode. What are some of the other things? Oh, that's what it does. It actually gives you health back. Hang on. Hang on. Did they make, like, the best weapon? Okay. I'm not looking forward to, like, the next, like, major, like, moment of this stage here, because I don't know actually how to get past it. All right, so that's what the saltwater attack looks like. Just for my future reference. Okay. You just have to really make sure you have come to a complete stop. Oof. I'm ready to be done. I am ready for the stage to be over. I've seen enough. I really like the music track that you made for this, but this is now really stressing me out, baby. Okay. Thank God. I'm gonna try this charge thing one more time here and see just what the hell this is supposed to do, but there it goes. Okay. Whoa. Okay, well, this is maybe not the best guy to use this on. Oh shit! Just hit him, just hit him, just once. Just once. You know what? I actually did them out of order. I was supposed to do Mars next, not Venus. No wonder he wasn't weak to anything. I looked at the guide incorrectly. Well, this weapon looks annoying. Cosmos is out of whack now. Hey, you're welcome. We could use a little shake up, you know? Might have enough. Yeah, we got 100. We got 100 bits. What can we do with that? Have to call off tomorrow because of astrology or some shit. Hey, man. I mean, people have called in with worse excuses. We got the weapon. Oh, we don't have enough for that. How about whatever this thing is? Once installed, you can grab an item from far away. Oh, I mean, okay. That actually sounds super useful. They said that whole thing about like galaxy chips or whatever the fuck, and we have not... I haven't encountered anything organically, at least yet. I don't know if I should be looking for that thing. If I should be looking for him. Each of the final 4 worlds contains a hidden crystal. Get all 4 of them for an item that will have the energy your master weapons consume. Oh, that sounds actually really useful. Jupiter's stage. Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and Uranus. Oh, okay. So okay, they're only in the... Okay, those are the next 4 bosses. Okay, so we haven't missed anything yet. All right, good. All right. Okay, slightly sped up Billie Jean baseline. I hear you hiding in there. Oh, hey, these guys all the way back from, I think those guys are from 4? 3 or 4? Look at them giving like Sniper Joe, like, I mean, I don't think that's meant to be Sniper Joe, but the Sniper Joe equivalent, giving him like a full ass, like proper sprite design there. I feel the need to at some point like revisit 5 and 6 on the NES, because I really don't recall a whole lot about him. The only stuff that I really recall from 5 is by watching, again, just to mention them a second time already. Like the Game Grumps recently did like a playthrough of 5 within the last couple of months, I think. But then 6, like all I really remember of 6 are the like armor sets or like special ability sets. Like they replaced Rush Jet and Coil with instead just like you get a fucking jetpack in that game. And it makes things like really easy in a way that I was super into. Like I remember having a lot of fun with 6. But outside of, oh, yep. Oh, God damn it. All right. Just stay in the black. Stay in the black. Something I meant to say when wrapping up that previous fight is it's funny how in my memory, like the reason that I never beat any of these games as a kid is because I found all the boss fights too difficult. And I don't know if that has been the case at all across all of these games. Like obviously there's going to be a few outliers like you know, like X6's boss fights are all fucking trash and stuff like that. Like, aside from the ones that are actually poorly designed, but like all the classic series Robot Master fights, the robot fight's not the hard part of the game. Like, it's the stages. The stages are way more difficult. Like the robot fights, you kind of cheese your way through all of them. The stages are where you're getting like really, really tested. So nervous that they're gonna make something like jump up or down on one of these pits when I get close to them. Overall though, this stage has not been too rough. Oh, all right, and we're done. Superb. Okay, unlike the previous game, they actually have been refilling our weapons now, which is nice. So I guess salt water is the weapon here. Look at this. Look at this giant meathead. Oh God. Burn to the ground. Fuck. Okay, all right, we can do this. We can do this in a single life. I'm sure it'll be fine. Honestly, this guy seems like a better candidate for the grab move, considering how much he just likes standing in place. But it doesn't hold on to him. Oh God. So there's another thing that's happening that maybe isn't super obvious, which is okay, maybe he did grab bomb him. I'm so confused. But when you launch the charge shot out, it returns to you as soon as you press the B button again. So I'm like launching it and then immediately trying to charge up the next shot again. And what's happening is it's making the shot like stop short. And I gotta say, that's more annoying than the recoil on the Mega Buster in 4. Like easily, that is more annoying. I'm just not. I'm not seeing the advantage here of this whole grab shot thing. All right. Well, I guess Terra is about to get his ass kicked. All right, we're getting cutscenes. If we have to use the charge shot to destroy a wall later on in the game, that's a great way of teaching the player, but just showing them that you can do that. That's strange. There's Nothing here. Well, you've gone through one door, Mega Man. You gotta explore the rest of the spot, don't you? It's been a long time, Mega Man. At least several hours. I didn't expect to see you in one piece again. But that is of little consequence now. I will destroy you as I did before and avenge my fallen comrades. Dark Moon, attack! Oh, he's sicking something on us. Well, and we're raving about it. Yeah, hair metal man. Oh, god damn it. Oh, why would they bring this back? I hate Yellow Devil's shit so much. No. Oh. God. Oh, good. Grab him, grab him. They are doing the kind of like fun Mega Man thing that they've done in a lot of these games. God damn it. Where like this boss obviously exists on the background layer. And doing, you know, the Hanna-Barbera Scooby-Doo kind of only animating the parts that are going to animate kind of thing. Well, that time I didn't need to hold on to the button at all. I remain confused as to how to use this arm upgrade thing. It feels extremely inconsistent. All right, well that wasn't all that terrible. It's definitely easier than the original Yellow Devil fight. Fuck the original Yellow Devil fight. I think that's from 2. I hate that fight. I hate that fight with every fiber of my being. Welcome back, Mega Man. I've just discovered some shocking news. The Star Droids have been using the resources from Earth to create an even more powerful generation of robots. If they launch an all-out attack now, we'll be easily defeated. I'm not sure what to do. I'll go fucking shoot him. Dr. Light, we need to strike now. Give me a gun. If you can transform Rush for space travel, we can try a surprise attack and wipe them out. Exactly like we did in the last game. Don't you remember? Okay. I'll start modifying Rush and give him some extra firepower. This may take some time, so why don't you go exchange your P-chips for items? Well, I don't have enough to buy anything right now, Doc. Good luck, Mega Man. Way to beat the Nightmare Fuel Furby. It was Furby-ish, wasn't it? Oh, he did it. Oh, up we go. Mega Man's escaping to the one place that has been corrupted by capitalism. Okay. On we go. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, man. In 30 years, this guy is going to be extremely popular on social media. All right. So we got Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and Uranus. And Jupiter is the one who looks like this, the guy with the frisbees for shoulders. Na, Batman. Okay, so we got low graph jumps. This is a low graph map. I'm back in freshman year of high school playing CS:GO with a bunch of fun, stupid server commands, setting low gravity on things, making everybody play the game in slow motion. That is genuinely how I spent most of my freshman year of high school, because the school I went to was atrocious, like truly awful. I was very, very lucky and grateful to have gone to a much better school sophomore through high school, sophomore through senior year, because I went to one of the worst rated schools in the state for my freshman year of high school. And I spent most of my time, early game's over. Yeah, whatever. Early game over is fine. I spent the vast majority of my time there just truly just playing video games. Like the teachers there so just did not give a shit. The worst one being my algebra teacher, who literally like did not teach the class, like truly did not teach the class. He basically spent the first like quarter teaching us some stuff, and then spent the next 2 quarters just setting us loose on the computers. Because so when I went to high school, computers and the internet, like in the classroom, was an extremely new and exciting thing, right? So there's very much this emphasis on, well, we got to get computers in all the classrooms, and we got to use them for stuff. But not every teacher had like a legitimate idea of what to do with them. And my algebra teacher, rather than teaching us fucking algebra outside of that first quarter, decided that we should instead spend our time designing interactive math quizzes with like PowerPoint. So it was like making like an almost like making like a website, but like through PowerPoint slides kind of a thing. And it was that kind of thing where he just set us loose. He didn't bother like checking really on that work at all, like maybe once a week or whatever. And so we would be in that class actively literally just playing CS:GO, and setting up emulators to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Like that whole class was just a fucking free-for-all. And then on lunch breaks, I would go into one of the open labs and play Star Wars Jedi Outcast 2, which is where I fell in love with that game. It was one of my favorite games ever. Like I adored that game. But yeah, truly just the fucking Wild West. Hey, Honor, how's it going, man? Had a computer lab, but they were never actually in the classroom. I'm old. Yeah, so I was in that bridge, right? Of when I was like in elementary school, there was like a dedicated computer lab. Literally the year I went into high school was when they started getting computers like in the individual classrooms. Like I was on the ground floor of that. Which is what's going to happen when you start high school in the year 2000. You know, like you are right on top of it. So I was taking like typing classes or a typing class. I had a typing class at 7:30 in the fucking morning. Which honestly like chill. Like thank God it was just like at least a computer course, so I would have been interested in it. But at the same time, it was so this isn't a thing that I've actually talked about in a hot minute. The last time I talked about this may have been like on like my fucking like debut stream. But for those of you who don't know, obviously my hands are not in frame very often, but I was born with an underdeveloped left hand, and you best believe that was extremely challenging when it came time to start learning how to take typing classes, because I cannot physically follow the same rules as you know, people with like fully developed hands can. And so my like words per minute were like junk compared to anyone else's. I'm a lot better now. But that was a very difficult thing to come to terms with at 7:30 in the morning when your hormones are developing. Science lab fun. Yeah, well, so I've told that story before. That wouldn't be until the following year. That was sophomore year at the new high school, where I scared the shit out of some classmates who hadn't noticed at all for like most of the year. And when they asked, we were working on an experiment, and when they asked me what happened, one of the guys says, "Dude, what happened to your hand?" And I said, "What do you mean what happened to my..." "Oh my God!" And I ran out of the classroom. Scared the shit out of him. Reaching some keys might be tricky. Reaching all the keys is tricky, as a matter of fact. Yeah. I have been extremely lucky, extremely lucky that like literally every game controller, with maybe like one exception, and I can't even think of the exception. There must have been at least one exception to this, but every single game controller, I am just well equipped enough to be able to use all gaming controllers. Because I think that absolutely I wouldn't have like loved gaming as much as I do. And in a lot of ways, I feel, and I've talked about this like when it comes to like the Extra Life stuff and everything, and kind of like why I love doing Extra Life as much as I do. Because when I was born, my fingers were not like so they are like, they're at least separated now. But when I was born, basically what happened was all the skin grew, but the bones didn't. So I had a lot of excess skin, which meant that my fingers were kind of like, they were like webbed, they were like fused and webbed together. And it was through Shriners hospitals that my parents were able to get me treatments in California, as a matter of fact, to get operations done at no charge whatsoever, completely free through charity. And that's why Extra Life means a lot to me, because by being given the use of my hand, I was able to enjoy video games as much as I do. And now I get to use video games to raise money for kids in similar situations, right? Like it's very much one of those like, you know, things in the universe aligning for me, like as an individual person. But I also feel that video games also kind of guaranteed that I didn't end up in like a helpless kind of feeling, because there are plenty of things I could think of in my life where I would maybe, if I hadn't had if my grandparents hadn't put a Nintendo controller in my hand when I was like 3 years old, it's entirely possible that I never would have gotten like the individual like dexterity required to just like use my hand. Like I literally don't think about it. Like I don't think about it from day to day. And it's the kind of thing where I think if I didn't have access to video games, life may have been actually harder for me because I wouldn't have had something to always engage with. I would have just defaulted to use my right hand for literally everything. And I probably would have been like stuck, you know, just kind of like, oh, I can't do that because this hand doesn't work so well. This hand works fine for what it is, you know, and has certainly helped me through a lot of stuff. Giving back to the ones that helped you. That's not, I mean, that's kind of what it feels like is, you know, very much that kind of like paying it forward kind of thing, you know. Oh, I paused because I was going to look up. Sorry, I got fully sidetracked by like talking about my fucking like my life story here when I was supposed to be looking at the walkthrough for, because I think there's like a hidden, I think one of the hidden crystal things is here. When the path branches, climb up the ladder instead of going to the right. Climb up the ladder until you enter the next room, then drop back down. The path to the right is now closed up and there is a shaft right below the ladder. What the fuck? So do this, then go back. Okay, well, I'm glad I looked that up because I was never going to figure that out. Take the plunge, go left. Come on, dog. Give me that. Great. I mean, it's a completely optional item, right? All it does is, like, if I get all 4 of these, using my special weapons won't cost as much as usual, which has never really been that big of a problem. It is, but it is funny that like the first piece is that obscurely hidden. All right. So we're going bubble bomb because I guess this guy likes to spend his time on the ceiling. We're gonna fight against Lionel Richie here. Yep, there he goes. All right. Perfect. They designed a weapon specifically for this one boss. I love it. Oh, what a feeling when you're fighting on the ceiling. If I could get these to connect, that'd be great. Oh, you... Get him. Done. Easy. Easy fight. Honestly, a lot of these fights have been really easy. This game has not been all that challenging. Some of the... Whichever stage, I think, was that Venus's stage? That one was a bit of a pain in the ass, but... Honestly, there hasn't been anything that's, like, too crazy here. I think what's chewing up the most time is me yapping. That's a fun little animation on that proton cannon. All right, we got Ghostbuster's gun. Dr. Light, I found this crystal on the planet. You better analyze it. Oh, let me see. Well, this crystal seems to be the energy source used by the planet's ancient civilization. It's good for you to steal from the natives. Yeah, Mega Man, just grab anything you want from a planet that you don't belong to and use it for your own war, I guess. With 4 of these, I can make an item that will reduce the energy consumption of your special weapons by half. I assume there are similar crystals like this on the other planets too. Collect all 4 crystals and bring them back to the lab. Good luck. You got it. I love colonizing. We might have a... no, we don't. It was 120 for the energy balancer, I believe. All right, on to Saturn. I simply must stop clicking away from the things that I'm trying to reference all the time. Saturn's this guy in the sassy pose. Oh, he's got like a ring. He literally has a Saturn's ring. All right, video game. Oh, what the? Pfft. There we go. Gotta do a little finagling. Okay, I'm just gonna look right now. Just near the beginning of the stage is a shaft that leads downwards onto the rest of the stage. Jump on it. Exit to the left. Okay, near the beginning is a shaft that leads downwards. This is kind of fun. They're playing with the gravity levels from moment to moment. Is this the shaft? To the left. Oh, jump. Oh, I needed to clear. Okay, we're gonna... I'm supposed to jump over that. I suppose that makes more sense than just play the level normally and you'll find the thing. All right, easy enough. Gimme, gimme. Again, I am liking the music. It's just, I don't know what it is. There's something about it that just doesn't feel Mega Man to me. I don't know if maybe if this game has like a different composer or something on it compared to the other ones. There's just something about it it's missing something. I feel like the first couple of stages did a pretty good job of, you know, having that classic sound about them. Funky jump physics here. God, Eddie, you are so useless. Swear to God, man. It's like that dude is programmed to give you the last thing you need 9 times out of 10. Okay. Nice and slow. Oh, God damn it. Ooh, little hops. Ooh, okay. Ugh. Ooh, don't like. Oh, don't like. Don't like. Okay. I'm ready to be done. Please don't make me do that again. Oh, thank God. That was maybe the single most stressful jump I've ever made in one of these games. All right, well, the old energy laser there make that pretty quick, pretty easy there. I do really like these weapon get animations. Ooh, the flashy. Ooh, the flashy. There's Rush Jet. Now we can start skipping levels. Do we have enough? There we go. All right, give me some of that. Oh, 140. All right, well, I have that many also. Great. What I love the most about the weapon balancer is that, or the energy balancer, is that all it is it's just, if you're too lazy to do the menuing, it's literally just saving you like 3 seconds of menu navigation. But for someone like me, like, it's huge. All right, on to Pluto. Nya. All right, where is the thing here? Look for a block over a ladder you can lift with UR, the Deep Digger adapter. Did a new thing? Is there a new option for me to grab a thing and it wasn't indicated? Is there a new shop? Shit. It's in the area where there are 2 ladders leading up off screen and the shield tank robot placing below them. Well, fuck, we might have to revisit this stage, I guess. What the hell? What just happened there? You know what we haven't been using at all? Tabby. Remember when I told you that I would completely forget about him? Guess who I just remembered existed? It doesn't feel like there has been any utility for him at all. Oh, God damn it. This place is an OSHA nightmare. Stop it! Stop it! Fuck! This place is never gonna pass inspection, you guys. I've seen multiple shorts on Rift Tracks about this exact kind of work environment. I think the hardest thing in any Mega Man game is just jumping over an enemy. You never jump as high or move as fast as you want. Or hope. Just go, just go, just go. I haven't spotted wherever this like movable block is supposed to even be. Oh, come on. No way. Thanks. That's genuinely the most Proto Man has ever contributed to the actual events in any one of these games. He actually did something to help us. Well, unless I am like super duper blind, I did not see in the area where there are 2 ladders leading up off screen and a shield tank bot pacing below them. Well, we definitely saw that screen, but I never saw the thing for it. Okay, this weapon does not seem to work, so that's cool. What is the suggestion here? Grab Buster when he's on the ground, or Bubble Bomb when he's on the ceiling. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. This one gives you your health back. How did man, I'm so bad at retaining information on any of these fucking games. Forget about whole ass weapons, like literally like the best weapon they've ever given us in one of these games. The one that gives you your health back when you hit an enemy. They gave us a whole cat. I've never used them. Okay, so, all right, we learned football. Great. All right, on to Uranus. Where do we get? Up with UR. Can I get to the okay, I can. Oh, god damn it. No, go back. Get back in there. Nope, it's not something in here. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Well, this is the last of the main stages. I should probably just try to game over here, but... Okay, that immediately looks like a breakable wall. Can I use my brand new charge dash? Aha! Hell yeah, Kool-Aid Man style. Is this not... But this is not the one, huh? It's behind a wall. These walls are characterized by a certain type of block. Look for them in the long vertical shafts after beating each of the mini-bosses. Oh. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. All the portrait art for every one of these bosses has been phenomenal. Like the same was true in the previous game as well. Like I love that they let their artists kind of go hog wild on just designing some cool looking dudes and representing them like properly, like in like the level or like the level introduction. What is this Garfield looking video game character? That this does not look like a Mega Man enemy at all. This looks like it's from a different video game entirely. Well, now you're not in this video game either, chump. Okay, I was curious if maybe there was going to be one that was like a slightly lower, so you could like slide into that, but I suppose not. What up, Betty? Yeah, you would. You would. Whoops. So I remember saying a long time ago that like I believe 4 was the first one that I ever played, and it would have been like a rental situation. And I remember even then, like, being, like, confused by the rush abilities. Like, for whatever, I don't know why, but, like, I couldn't wrap my head around, well, why does the dog make you jump high once, and then he goes away? Why is that useful? Like, it's funny, like, what basic problem-solving things that you cannot put together, like, as a kid. Because it's so extremely obvious, like when to use Rush Jet or Rush Coil or whatever in every last one of these games. But as a kid, I was too stupid. Not like now. Now I'm a genius. Do I have anything that can reach this dude? Not that. Definitely not that. Oh! Every time! Literally every single one of these Game Boy games, that exact thing has happened. The one time an enemy remembers that it can drop extra lives, and it's always immediately right down a pit. God, it's amazing. Just without fail. Oh, get on the thing. Shit. Oh man, if you hit that thing in a weird angle, they just kind of circle around you for infinity. All right. Mega Arm or Break Dash if you can hit with it. I mean, we'll give it a shot. Hiya! Oh shit! Okay, well, let's... Again, like the Mega Arm thing, just like really just works when it feels like it. I'm guessing now we have the part that we can use to go back to Pluto's level and grab the last crystal piece. We might as well. If anything, it'll help in like the final boss fights. Yep, okay. So let's go here real quick and go grab that. And then we'll be all hunky-dory. Impossible to jump over that guy. Truly impossible. Out of curiosity, for you guys at home, or wherever you may be joining me from, since this is like the last Game Boy game on here, I'm curious, what were people's like go-to Game Boy games? Because I mentioned like earlier when I was looking at my OG Game Boy, like I had Wario Land 1 and Mario 6 Golden Coins, and those are the only two Game Boy games that I had for years. And I played them over and over and over again. I'm kind of curious, like, what were like the sleeper hits? Because I definitely have like other favorites now. Oh, it's right there. Because like I think Donkey Kong is my favorite of the OG Game Boy games, which I know sounds weird, but if you know Donkey Kong on the Game Boy, you know what that game really is. and it's awesome. No way to exit levels, huh? We gotta... Shit. Because I feel like I feel like most kids' answers to that question would be Pokemon, right? It'd be Pokemon Red or Blue. Like, that was obviously like the most popular Game Boy game. Like, outside of Tetris, is probably the thing that made the Game Boy an actual success. And it definitely wasn't like Amazing Spider-Man, because I played through that, and that couldn't have been anyone's favorite game, not by a long shot. I don't even remember like why I did, because I did like a bunch of like, was it just the 2 Spider-Man games that I played through? Because I did Spider-Man, so I did Amazing Spider-Man on Game Boy, and then I did Spider-Man 1 on the PS1 for stream. I don't think I did other... Did Spider-Man have like a anniversary or something last year? I'm trying to remember. Something possessed me to do like an Oops All Spider-Man's stream. And I genuinely don't remember why. It probably would have been so much faster to just game over on these stages rather than play through them again. But that's kind of interesting that Proto Man shows up even on replays. Wow, it's a full recharge. I didn't realize that the last time. All right, let's get the heck out of here. We'll get our upgrade from light, and then it's on to the last couple stages of the game. There's the power generator. No P chips are required, only the crystals. Yeah, give them. Hand them over, baby. That's weird that they give them to you as an option. I wonder... I'm assuming that there's no other use. God, did I lock myself out of the good ending? Oh, no. If you hold onto the crystals to the very end, you actually... The Z-Saber is secretly in this game. All right. On we go. I finally destroyed all the space stations. Here's our guy. You fool, Mega Man! You've meddled with my plan for the last time! We could have created a new world for all robots! How can I face my master now? I must redeem myself by blowing you to pieces! Okay, it's on. Whoa, baby. Not a lot of fighting that guy. Not a lot of... pretty fucking easy for the named bad guy in the game. Okay. Honestly, it looks like the weapon works better for us than it did for him. I should have defeated all the star droids. Well, I'm looking at the walkthrough over here, and there's actually a lot more. What? What's that star? Wait. It's moving. That's no star. No. It can't be. Guess what, guys? It's Wily again. Is he behind this? Of course he is, Mega Man. That's how all these games are like this. It's always Wily. Oops. That was close. Okay, well, that subtitle maybe came in a little early. Hit the jets, Rush. Let's go. I really wish that they gave us like just one side scroller shoot 'em up section. Oh! Are they? Or is it? Oh no, this is still a cutscene. Yes! Oh my god, they did it! Fuck yeah! Let's go! Oh, I'm so happy. They also immediately made it so that we can't actually shoot anything that's coming after us. Like, it's all indestructible asteroids. Okay, there we go. Can I actually use... Oh, no, I can't select any of the weapons. This is awesome. It doesn't even really feel that good. There's like weird momentum on the vertical. There's kind of weird momentum kind of all over. Like there's like ice physics on this fucking space shooter. But I'm just happy that they did it. I'm just happy that they did something different. This feels like a promise they made in the previous game, and now they're actually using it. Fuck! Okay. Ooh, it's gonna be a long one, ain't it? Honestly, the main reason that I'm happy to see this is because at no point in any of the other like mainline Mega Man games did they really take a risk like this. Like these kind of sections I definitely more associate with like the X series. Like there's always like a bike section or whatever. The only other one that I can really think of is Mega Man 8. Like they have the kind of like ride armor thing in there with like the jump, which is an absolute pain in the ass. Like that was 8's a good game except for that. Look at this. Oh my god, look at this like scale change we got. This is awesome. I fucking love this. I don't know where I'm supposed to do damage to this guy, though. Hello? What? Okay. I guess, oh, we just gotta wait it out, huh? All right, this isn't too crazy. The other reason I'm happy to see this is because this is Konami's thing, right? So many Konami side scrollers have one of these sections. Bucky O'Hare has one. Rocket Knight Adventures has one. So it's just cool to see like anyone else, you know, take like do like a similar kind of thing with it. And this is really cool. Like I love the whole like literally like the change in scale is like really cool, and that happened like within the same level and everything. All right. Did not get our health back. They're gonna make us work for it. I guess we can switch to this thing and vampire our health back. Shit. I definitely could have charged through those. All right, we found the rush jet room. There's always one of these. I'm digging this this level theme. Kind of like playing with the with the drum syncopation in this. Okay, this one track is making up for all the other misgivings I had about the rest of the soundtrack. Misgivings is even too harsh of a word. I just wasn't gelling with it as much. Yeah, so this is kind of a fun thing. They basically bring all the bosses, like all like the special bosses from the previous Game Boy games. They're all back now. This guy remains an absolute cakewalk. He was even easier than he was in the first game. Damn it, another spot where I could have done... Oh, God. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff. Fuck me. Well, I'm sure it's fine. Oh, I just realized, look at the environmental storytelling we're getting here with like these like robots in these tubes. All right, here's Quint. Yep, and there's his stupid ass pogo stick again. Just like before, hit him in the head. Oh, actually, way more forgiving hitbox this time around, too. Like, in 2, you had to hit that guy, like, perfectly. All right, let's just stick to one of the sides here and see if maybe we'll luck our way into a thing. Oh, fucking of course not. Of course not. All right, just slide past all this. Slide, 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 slide. Don't worry about the slowdown. Just keep on sliding. Don't stop for nothing. Don't stop for nothing, Mega Man. There's an E-tank up there that we actually don't need. We actually can't get it. I mean, we can get it, but it'll just go to waste. Lots of split paths here. Again, like a thing that they did a little bit in 4, so it's kind of neat to see them bringing it back here. All right, here's Punk again. It's so funny. The guy whose website I use for the guide, like, describes this guy as like a really, really difficult and annoying fight, and he wasn't in 3, and he really isn't here either. Honestly, like none of the bosses in any of these games have been that challenging. It's all been stage stuff every time. All right. And then Balade. Who you may recall at the end of 4 valiantly sacrificed himself so that we could escape into the void of space. We might have to E-tank this or not. We're fine. Great. Okay. Well, at least we got one of these. Let's at least see what's in here. Just some health. Super de-duper. It's fun that they put those in there anyway, I guess. Oh, god damn it. You would never, ever know that you could do those. Or that you should go to the sides. All right, here we go. We got the classic back here. We got the refights. We in it. Actually, it's easier to just use those things up close. It's like summer, walks like rain. Fucking hate that song. It's maybe one of the most annoying songs ever written. Tell me, did you make it to the Milky Way? Did you something on the something thing with the bung and the thing is a bacon? I can't stand it. Salt water. Come on now. Saturn next. Everyone get a good look at him. He's not going to be on screen for very long. There he goes. Gone forever. Not really sure why this is the recommended weapon. It doesn't, I guess it does 2 damage instead of 1. I guess is the justification for that. Revolver Ocelot bullshit going on. I have had the Metal Gear 3 remake sitting in my Steam library for months now, and I've yet to fire it up. Metal Gear Delta, or whatever the fuck they called it. I've been meaning to check it out. I forget about it. Which, honestly, I'm not even really sure why I got it in the first place, because I'm pretty sure I've said before that, like, I'm not really that big of a fan of 3. Something about me and 3s, man. I don't know what it is. I guess X3 I do like the most of the Super Nintendo SNES games, at least, or excuse me, Super Nintendo X games. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care a lot about the kind of like that like Cold War espionage spy movie type stuff. It just doesn't do anything for me. I know that some people really fucking like it. And it just doesn't appeal. Like, I like Metal Gear when it's being like anime, you know, near future goofy bullshit type stuff, which I do appreciate that 3 does eventually like start leaning into that the further you get into the story. But I will also say that I found like all the boss fights in 3 to be like really annoying, like really annoying. Oh, I was looking at chat and I fucking, god damn it. Twin Snakes and Sons of Liberty are really the only 2 solid games, so to speak. Yeah, well, okay, very good. Yeah, I mean, I will always love like original Metal Gear Solid, and you know, I've been very vocal about how much I do really enjoy Twin Snakes. It is completely fucking ridiculous. I did not have this problem with this boss last time. I don't know why he's giving me such a difficult time all of a sudden now, but I need to start figuring my shit out here. Is this the first time they've ever given one of these bosses like an insta-kill attack like this? All right, whatever. Not really any avoiding his attacks. It's just kind of spray and pray on that guy. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna need Grab Buster. Apparently, Grab Buster is kind of the only thing to really use here. I'll just kind of grab whatever else for everything else. All right. Here we go, kids. We're going into the Wily fights. Ooh, this is a long trip into a long descent into hell. Proto Man is back. Is he just gonna refill all of our stuff? Okay, then why bother having all the other? I love it. I love it. That is hilarious. Thanks, Proto Man. Are we getting another like multi-screen high robot fight here? Because I will tell you, the Wily fight in 4 was maybe like my favorite across like the whole fucking series. Like all 3 phases were shared on the same screen, and you just like keep like moving up and up and up and just seeing more and more of this crazy ass robot. Oh my God, it's like Jurassic Park in here. What is coming? Oh, it's another arm. Okay. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, shit. Fuck me. All right, well. We're gonna probably be E-tanking a lot in here. See, now the grab doesn't work. Oh, fuck. Yeah, just really just not a fan. This whole grab buster thing feels like it was not thought through or implemented correctly or something. I could just be bad at it, but for something that seems like so like integral to how the weapon is supposed to work, you think they would make it a little more reliable. All right, on to the next screen. We'll E-tank out of the gate here. I think we just have to kind of like full send here. Oh, baby. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Okay, I'm just gonna dodge the missiles, blast the little robot that reverses gravity, Then use the arm cannon to shoot the time-up bombs against the machine so that they explode. Oh, is that not what I was... I guess I just didn't do that? Okay, I see. I kind of want to hold on to the E-Tank just in case something... Yeah. Let's see where this puts me. Is this supposed to be right back here? Okay, all right. Well, we have to E-Tank now, but... All right, just stay against the edge of the screen. All right. Nope. I did not slide when I very much meant to. See, like, why isn't the grab working there? I'm so genuinely confused. So that time hammering did it, or button mashing, or whatever you want to call it. So far, I gotta say, this is not the most interesting. I appreciate that the mechanics are a little more complicated, but that doesn't make for like a very interesting fight. Oh, Jesus. Easy. But apparently we ain't done. Behold, Mega Man, I have awakened the ancient weapon Sunstar. Its Nova weapon will destroy you. Oh no, not some random boss that we've never heard of before. Sunstar, destroy Mega Man. Oh. What? You fool! How dare you attack the mighty Dr. Wily! All right, later, bro. You are Mega Man. I am Sunstar, the Doomsday Weapon. I must destroy all inferior life forms. All right, so still actually a bad guy, I guess. All right, I guess we want Spark Chaser on this guy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, we got low grav going on here. We're in an E-Tank. This might be over pretty quick, actually. Oh, shit. Boy, this weapon almost feels like cheating. Okay, Sonic. Oh, shit. Oh, you fucker. Send it. Send it. It's all on this. Get him! Oh, we blew his arm off. Are you okay? No, Mega Man. Here, grab my shoulder. I'm sure you can be fixed at Dr. Light's lab. Mega Man, why? Why are you helping me? Because we are both robots. Oh, because we are both robots. Yes. And we are both created to fight. Yeah. No, you're wrong. I only fight when I'm forced to protect. Oh, when I'm forced to protect the world. I thought I only fight when I'm forced to protect the world from those who would pit machines against man. I believe humans and robots can live in peace. Maybe. Maybe, but I will never know. Oh, no. No. My fusion reactor is going critical, and when it does, it will destroy this entire fortress. Sunstar! Leave now! Go! Okay, bye. Let's get the fuck out of here, Rush. We're gonna get a big boom. We're gonna get a big boom this time, or is it just gonna fade away like the last time? Oh, oh, oh! Oh shit! Hell yeah! That was awesome. That's the single best final explosion we have gotten out of any one of these games. Fucking phenomenal. Yeah. And then the real slaughter started. Hooray! We done did it. And here comes our title crawl of all the bosses. What a mournful like bittersweet refrain we have here. Is he gonna pick up? Nope. Just once again, yet another Mega Man game where he just kind of sadly reflects on all the people he killed. Oh! Wily, you absolute prick. Wily! You survived? Why? Curse you, Mega Man! This war ends now! Is Sunstar gonna appear out of nowhere and blow him up? His ship's just gonna blow, just... So again, Mega Man, so through no effort at all from Mega Man himself, put a bullet in his brain, Mega Man. So many chances to end the needless suffering. Yep. And wacky hijinks continue. Thank you for playing, presented by Capcom. Once again, no developers credited whatsoever. Just one final thank you screen from your friends at Capcom. A final look at space here on the Game Boy, with another one of these guys taken care of and also off the backlog. Who indeed? Good video game. Pretty good video game. But I gotta say, not as good as 4. Not as good as 4. I don't disagree as hard as I do with like the folks who say that their favorite NES Mega Man is 3 instead of 4. Those people are like objectively wrong. But when it comes to the Game Boy games, I don't think you're necessarily wrong for preferring 5 over 4. I just think 4 is just a tighter package, just in general. So like the whole thing like felt like so good. Every level felt so much, it was so fun. The Wily fight in the last game was one of the best across the entire franchise. This game was fine. This game was still like fun, like decent challenge to it. I don't think it wasn't particularly difficult. It was, again, it comes down to like 1 or 2 spots in a couple of stages. It like ends up being like the actual hard part of the game, but everything else it remains a cakewalk. None of them I think were as easy as 2. Game Boy 2 was like a nothing experience. Like there was so little challenge, so little content. Like really meaning, like we beat that game in like 45 minutes. Like it's like crazy, like how quickly you can finish that game. Whereas this was like a 2-hour playthrough or so. And yeah, like again, like I don't think it was bad at all. I just think 4 really fucking rocks. Like 4's really good. Yeah, I would say like overall, there are 5 Mega Man games on the Game Boy. One of them's phenomenal. Another one is pretty goddamn good. One of them is really bad. One of them is okay, but whatever. And one of them is the first one, so you kind of forgive a lot of the design choices there, but still had a pretty decent time with it. So overall, I would say that Mega Man's track record on original Game Boy actually is fairly solid. I would say it's pretty like middle of the road. In a lot of ways, I think it compares. I am surprised by how directly you can compare 1-to-1 the Game Boy games to the NES games, right? Because like pretty much everything I said about all of these games, I can say exactly the same things about their NES counterparts. One is a little rough around the edges, doesn't necessarily feel like the best to control, has some kind of like questionable design choices here and there, but overall you have a fun time with it. 2 is where the only comparison kind of falls apart, because 2 definitely like ups the ante on like the music. No, I'm sorry. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. The music is actually terrible in 2. I think 2 had the worst music on all the Game Boy games. But the gameplay itself was a lot tighter. They just did nothing with it, right? Which you can't really say about Mega Man 2 on the NES. You know, like that's a very good and well-designed game. But much like the Game Boy version, has a lot of problems, especially like in like the back half of the game, that people just, I don't know, just have like nostalgia goggles on for whatever reason, and are too forgiving, I think, for some of the more annoying parts of it. 3, just like the NES game, completely fakes you out with the false sense of security in the first half, and then the second half is just bullshit, just like actual bullshit, unfair difficulty. Really poorly thought out, really poorly executed, damn near soft locking you into these extremely challenging situations where you don't feel like it's your fault that you're failing at them. It's a fault of like the game's design. 4 is then incredible just across the board, and then 5 is a really solid game that I'm probably going to completely forget about a month from now. Because what came before was just a little bit better than it. Just a more complete package. In a weird, which is funny because in some ways 5 was taking like the most risks, right? All new Robot Masters, all new level themes, like none of this was like ported over from the NES versions at all. This was all completely original. So I think by that metric, it's really good. Like it's really well designed, and it feels like a Mega Man game, you know, like you wouldn't mistake it for anything else other than maybe some of the music in it. But I think because 4 made such an impression, 5 would have had to really come out swinging, and I just don't think that it was. Still though, if you were to play either 4 or 5 of these Game Boy games, I think you would have an absolute blast with them. Truly. Skip the rest of them. You can play the first one just for the curiosity of it, but honestly, like 4 and 5 are like, those are the ones to go for. Yeah, this was, what a roller coaster this has been. Like I'm glad that the roller coaster ended satisfactorily, in a way more satisfying manner. Because again, like after 3, like if I hadn't said it before, I was genuinely angry while playing through 3 and was really worried about the fate of like the rest of Mega May streams. Cause it's like, if they're all going to be like this, then this is going to be a very difficult watch for everybody. So I'm glad that wasn't the case. But now going forward, it's all in color, baby. Moving on from this, we're going to the Game Boy Color with Mega Man Extreme and Extreme 2. And then after that, we're looking at Mega Man and Bass on the Game Boy Advance. And then Mega Man Powered Up and Maverick Hunter on PSP. So to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what to expect there, the current plan is Valeno is going to join me for Extreme 1 and 2. And last we spoke, those should be happening this Friday and Saturday. Yes, lucky you and lucky us, we're doing back-to-back streams. So Friday night, starting around 7 p.m. Pacific time, like as usual, we'll be back here playing through Extreme 1, which if you're not familiar, it is a port. It's like a demake almost of Mega Man X on the Game Boy Color. So that should be beatable in a single playthrough, you know, like that's not a very long game at all. And having now played, because I'm still playing the X 1 through 3 randomizer on my own time. I'm still doing that off stream. I kind of can't stop. It's become kind of a compulsion. It's just really fucking fun. Yeah, so Extreme 1 and 2 should be straightforward single stream experiences, because as long as they didn't change too much in the translation, I'm going to be really familiar with what they're doing and what to expect in them. And then next week, on my own, on Tuesday, I'll be back doing Mega Man and Bass. Valeno may join me for that, but as it stands right now, that's probably going to be a solo stream. And then in the last 2 weeks of May, we're going to figure out the timing that works best for us to do the PSP games. Again, I'm still fairly confident that we could do both of those games in a single stream apiece. But you never know. When the two of us get to talking and we start wasting so much time debating about Star Wars again or whatever the fuck, we'll probably end up needing 2 streams anyway for each one of them because we don't know how to shut up. But at the very least, look forward to this Friday and Saturday when we're going to be visiting a pair of games that neither one of us have seen. Neither one of us are familiar with them at all. So it'll be very interesting to experience those together because this will be one of the only times that we have ever done a stream together in which neither of us is actually familiar with the game that we're playing. In every other instance, one of us has been familiar with the game. One of us has known what was going on. This will not be the case this time around. We'll be discovering it in real time together. So if that sounds fun to you, it certainly sounds fun to me. Tune in on Friday and Saturday. I'll let you guys know what time Saturday. Friday has to be 7 p.m. my time regardless because of work stuff. Saturday ends up being more about his schedule and availability versus mine. So we will land on a time. Expect like early evening-ish, late afternoon, early evening. We'll probably try to start a little earlier than we usually do for one of our collabs, but a little later than I usually stream on a Saturday. So if you want to know and definitely want to be informed on when exactly it's going to happen, hey, guess what? There's a great place for you to do that. And so many other things. You can join the Discord. I got the Discord. You got the backlog cabin right there where I talk about when streams are happening, what's on the horizon, and then, a bunch of other gaming bullshit. If you need one more Discord in which to talk about video games, there's an option. Feel free to join that. Join our little community of other old people talking about video games. Otherwise, there's the socials. You type TonyBull87 into any website, you'll probably find me there. Let's get out of here tonight. I have been talking a lot, and I'm starting to get a sore throat, which is a great thing to go into 2 nights of rehearsals back to back that I'm going into tomorrow and Thursday night. Woof. This is someone, we rated this person recently, but they are still, and they've been doing this for, I think, at least a week now, maybe even longer. Z-Tox has been banging their head against Adventure Island on the NES. And if you saw me with Adventure Island, you know my history with it, or if you've ever touched that game before, you know what an absolute kick in the dick Adventure Island on the NES is. So go wish some love to Z-Tox. Give them all the encouragement in the world. Cheer them on. And enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the next 2 evenings. We'll be back here on Friday night with Game Boy Color, moving up, double the processing speed, 4 times the memory, and an LCD screen instead of this dot matrix bullshit that you literally cannot see in real life. Have a wonderful evening, a great rest of the week, and I will catch you guys all on the next one. Adios.